Welcome back to After the Bell with Taylor and Cassie, and we are joined now by Tiffany Alvord from AT&T Hello Labs Guilty Party, which we just
I always want to say guilty pleasure.
Same. No, I almost did, and I was like, no, that's different. Guilty
difference.
Party, definitely a big difference. That was the Snickers we had earlier.
Yes.
Guilty Party. So we just saw the trailer for it, and it's a really cool concept. You play Emma, who's the main character.
I do.
And since you do play her, I'm going to let you tell us about that character.
Okay, so I play Emma Wilson, and she's kind of like the girl next door. Everyone loves her. But someone steals her diary and all of her secrets get revealed, and she becomes like this viral meme, everyone like the laughingstock. So yeah, it gets pretty bad. And so now in these episodes as they unfold, other people's secrets are being revealed till she finds out who does it, or who did it. So it's very interesting, very engaging. And what's really cool about this is AT&T Hello Lab, they made it so it's very interactive.
Right.
So the characters on, like we have vlogs for each character, and it's really cool.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel specifically for Guilty Party. You'll find, like you just mentioned, the vlogs. And so far there's 4 episodes up. So tell everyone when new episodes get released and how that works. And how many do you guys have for the entire season?
So there's episodes every Tuesday at 3 p.m. And there's been vlogs, I think, every day as well. So there's content every day, and it's awesome. Yeah, and it's gonna be going through like mid-October. So
good. And it lives pretty much everywhere. I've seen it on YouTube. It's on Facebook. You guys are tweeting. You're on Instagram. Like any social platform, you're on it. They all exist, right?
Yes.
So isn't it actually soon coming to DirecTV though as well?
Yeah.
You guys are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's so great. So if any of you guys watch it, go ahead and let us know, and we can ask some questions. But the audience gets to participate, like you said, kind of be these like investigators in it, right? And like build their own conspiracies. And
exactly.
Does that ever take the show in a certain direction?
It doesn't change the course of the show, but it's really cool because the characters in the show, on the vlogs, they'll be responding to each other. And so it's like, oh, I think so-and-so did it. And they're going to be like putting their input. And so each week, the characters kind of have different opinions based on the episode and based on what people are saying. And so then everyone else can jump in and be like, oh, well, I think so-and-so did it. Or, yeah, you're right. It was probably,
This might be a silly question because I'm not an actress, obviously, but like I know some shows like Quantico, for example, that I just binge watched the entire first season. I was reading an article that the showrunner didn't want, none of the cast knew until the very last episode when the scripts were, you know, given out and all of that. Is that something that it's like you guys don't know who, or do you know the dish?
I do know the dish.
Okay.
But originally they were gonna have it like that, where it's like
secret.
a suspense surprise. But then obviously we have to film it, so we kind of know.
Right. I mean, they completely kept it secret the entire season,
cool.
22 episodes, which is insane.
Wow.
So I don't know. Maybe.
I wonder, because it's your diary that gets exposed, right? And everyone out there, that's a no-no, okay? You do not go taking a girl's diary and throwing it all around campus. But with that being said, social media is such a presence in everyone's like world now growing up, and it is hard to keep secrets, or your personal life personal.
No, it's scary.
Yeah, how does your character, after her life has just been literally plastered out there for the world to see, how does she come back from that?
She doesn't. So her thing is she's like, I'm done with these people, I need a fresh start, and so she ends up moving schools. So she's kind of like in her own world. Wow,
and cyberbullying plays a big role in this as well, correct?
Yes. So we really wanted to touch on bullying, as it's such an issue, and I think some people are like, oh yeah, you know, bullying doesn't really happen, or they think of it as like physical bullying.
Right.
And you know, a lot of people are, you know, emotionally bullied or cyberbullied, and there's so many things. We just want people to know that they're not alone, and that there's other ways to handle it, and that, you know, they don't have to feel like nobody knows what they're going through.
Right.
because, yeah, it is a big issue.
Right. You know what this actually reminded me of too when I was watching the trailer is the Burn book, Mean Girls.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, because there's not too many, I would say, it's, you know, there's this underlying storyline there, but the fact that you guys actually get to interact with your fans, like what's some of the craziest things that you've maybe read or interacted with or formed a relationship with the fan based on their feedback?
I think some of the funnest things are just seeing how they react to the characters' comments, because it'll be like, oh, you know, Tatiana, why are you doing this? And then Alex will respond, and so they'll be like, oh snap, like spilling the tea, and so then they get like so invested in the drama because it feels real. And I've even seen comments on the vlogs where they're like, oh, I really hope you, like for Jessie, she's trying to get this scholarship.
Right.
And so she, no, Charlie, sorry.
Yeah,
Charlie. She's trying to get this scholarship, and people are like, oh, I hope you get it. Like, you deserve it. And like other people are like, you know, this is a series, right? It's not like an actual submission.
Right.
So it's really cool because it feels real because it's the world that they've been so used to, the vlogs. And
with the comments and with the bullying that we were just talking about, do you see people writing in that they've dealt with similar things, and has that been an outlet for you to turn into something positive of being a role model and being able to kind of talk them through, or have you? I
haven't seen a ton in depth of going into that. I know,
which is a good thing.
No,
it's
great.
obviously we don't
good.
want to see a lot of,
but I think that through different vlogs as the series continues, that's kind
it'll
of
get more
when we get
prominent.
into the deeper issues or deeper personal things where other people might be going through similar things. Or I know even Alex or Miles, he talked about in one of his vlogs transitioning and going through, and we just need to stick together. Right. So like we definitely want an empowering message, like, hey, we are in this together. Like we don't need to hate, we don't need to judge people. Like we should just have each other's backs.
I want to get back to the scene though when you somewhat lost it. You found out that your diary has been spread across the entire school. I mean, girl, your hair's a mess. There's like eyeliner going, you know, in all different directions. And I mean,
look right now.
Yeah, basically, you know, like this. No, you may have looked worse, no, I'm kidding, than this floral tea. No, but you were, I mean, you're distraught and you played the character very well. Emma being your character. What did you channel there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that was very hard to get into. It was actually kind of funny because prepping for that, I'm like, okay, I've never really yelled at anyone like this, or ever actually in general. And so I'm like, I couldn't like practice. Like I live at my grandma's. I'm not gonna just like start screaming.
Right,
and, like, What's going on?
Does she want this shirt?
Yeah, literally.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm being serious.
But yeah, so I feel like most of it was internally like, okay, go back to those moments in life that I hate.
Right.
And like kind of pull from those emotions, or like where was I mentally where I literally just wanted to go crazy. So that was kind of like reaching back into my little vault of feelings.
Everyone's got inner crazy somewhere, right?
Does it make you think of like your deepest, darkest secrets?
Oh,
like what,
like
if they got out or whatnot? And obviously, you know, I'm not diving into your personal information, but like,
so here it is.
Okay. What is one thing that people would be like surprised to know about you?
Oh, what kind of thing?
I mean,
girl, anything. Just
a side hobby, you know.
Let's see.
Something random.
A weird pet. You have a gecko.
I wish that would be cool. I actually always wanted a ferret. Those seem cool.
Okay. I think they're illegal here in California.
Yeah, they are. That's why.
People have them. I'm not one of those people, but people do. And I know those people.
Really?
Good people?
Yeah, I know they're great people, but like, yeah, it is technically illegal. I don't know why. They're a lot like other animals.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you'd like to
so
know the
sorry.
Yeah, sorry, we're on a tangent, but anyway.
So similar.
Something people might not know about me, I did gymnastics for 9 years,
Oh,
and I love anything, you know, exercising, anything outdoors. Like if I didn't do YouTube, I'd probably do something in the fitness world.
Interesting. Speaking of YouTube, we gotta talk about that for a second because you are at, oh my gosh, what is the stat? Almost 3 million
I know,
subscribers.
I'm so close. It's so
you're
crazy.
literally so close. It's like 2,997. That sounds really stalkerish that I knew that, but I saw it recently.
And it's
it's literally so close.
You just gained one.
Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Yes.
And you just posted a couple covers recently. One of them was Justin Bieber, and then I noticed the Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do has over 500,000 views, which is insane.
Yeah.
Talk about that video in particular, because like that one really skyrocketed. And why do you think it was?
Well, it's because it's Queen Taylor Swift. And obviously everyone's so pumped because she's releasing new music again. And I think just because that song, that video, everything, there was a lot of talk because it's very different than her normal style.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, let's jump on this. And so me and one of my friends, David, we ended up pumping it out and getting it out like 2 days after the video.
Wow.
Very smart.
So that definitely helps. And so it's just a good song.
Yeah, and then the Justin Bieber song was your most recent cover, right? What else do you have in the pipeline for covers?
For covers, I'm actually doing a like 90s throwback mashup.
Oh, thank
love
God.
it.
Thank
Yes,
God.
it's
Love
gonna
90s
be great.
music.
Super stoked about that. But then I've mostly been focusing on my own music lately. I've been writing an album this past year, so I have an EP coming out with a couple songs that I'm super, super proud of and excited for. But to kind of kickstart that, I have a new single coming out October 19th.
Oh,
okay.
so soon.
It's called Karma, which is
Appropriate.
very appropriate.
And so it's very in line with the Guilty Party. I wrote it for Guilty Party because I wanted to, they're like, yeah, you know, what do you think would be a good message? And it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, you know, you should just be a good person.
Right.
But karma always comes back to you. So.
Like those people that stole the Chanel perfume at Sephora. That's what we were just talking about, karma.
Yeah, and like
they're gonna hear this song and they'll be like,
yes.
oh, crap.
The lady that sold me this shirt. Karma is a brat.
Wait, but didn't you?
I bought it, but like the lady was like,
Well,
she
her
got
job.
commission off of it.
She's just doing her job.
I know, she really was.
She got you.
But I'm gonna return it. You can return anything at Nordstrom's. This is gonna go in the returns. But anyway, so Karma, like you said, is gonna come out on the 19th. Now, will we see the song played within the show?
Okay. So it comes out October 19th. And I'm gonna have a music video for that. We already filmed it, it's ready to go, and I'm super excited with how it turned out. There's this cool scene where I'm kind of lost in a locker room, and it's like this maze, and I'm trying to get out, and it's kind of like a metaphor, like you need to leave the stuff behind and just keep moving forward.
Interesting, wow.
And so I think people are really gonna like it. And then it'll be tied into Guilty Party because at the end of the season, I'm kind of playing, hey, here's a new song, and so it links me back to.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
I
both
love
worlds
it.
will connect.
Exciting.
So yeah, where can everyone follow you then on social media?
Everything is at Tiffany Alvord. So YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Just my name.
And
So.
that's Alvord with a V. Everyone,
Yes,
Alvord with
and a D at the end, not a T.
No.
Wow, you guys
Yeah.
got it really wrong.
No. It's just
I think we said it back and forth.
But
yeah.
it was the way it was sounded really quickly. I just was like,
Albert.
oh,
Yeah,
I
it
could
kind
see.
of,
Okay,
it kind
I
of
could
went
see
like
that.
that.
I mean, it's not the first time, so no offense taken.
Okay, good. But anyways, everyone, Alvord, Alvord.
Now that we've had a spelling class
Yes,
on my name,
exactly.
I expect you all to.
yes.
Yes,
And
go
go
at her.
subscribe to her
Tiffany,
YouTube
first name.
channel.
Here's the
She's
thing, guys.
almost there to 3 million.
Yes.
One, I need your help, but also I genuinely do love you guys so much. So thank you
that's
for
so
all the
great.
support.
Oh, good. Well, you guys can all catch Not Guilty Pleasure, again, Guilty Party, across all
Hey,
social
maybe
media.
Guilty Party will be their guilty pleasure.
Oh, that should be the tagline. Yeah,
There you
AT&T.
Because it's like I've seen some people that are like, I can't stop watching it. I don't know why. So
Because it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It is.
Guilty Party.
There you go. You guys
GP
can
the
go
GP.
binge watch it. Exactly.